Welcome to the Small Business Coffee Break, the video series where we take a few minutes to work on your business, not just in it. Today we're talking with Wayne Eldridge of the Outliers Institute about 3 habits of successful business owners. Wayne is the president and founder of the Outliers Institute, a nonprofit dedicated to helping small business owners and entrepreneurs get the practical knowledge and tools they need in order to be successful. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. Wayne, so if, because we've talked about self-development and the importance of it in being in business. So if I was to ask you for 3 habits that you think you've seen across successful business owners, what would they be?
When I look back at my life and I look at the mentors in my life and the things that I practice, the habits, sometimes people expect these habits to be like monumental habits. And the truth be told is that through my analysis, the 3 specific things that stand out and that are honed the most out of most of the people that I've seen that have been successful. When I say successful, success for me is not monetary. Monetary is one aspect of it, but it's by far not everything, And so those 3 things are, first off, sleep. The most successful people that I know are extremely disciplined about their sleep schedule. And when I say discipline, I'm not talking about I got to be in bed by 9, I got to be up by this. They only need a certain amount of time. So if they say I need 5 hours, doesn't matter how they get their 5 hours, 5 hours is all they need. The other thing is food, eating. One of the most difficult disciplines that any person can have is eating. There's a lot of people that are emotional eaters. There's a lot of people that just have bad habits of eating. There's a lot of people that don't have schedules for eating. And so eating is important in those circles because you got to nourish your body in order to be successful, right? And the last thing, which I think is probably, they're all critical, but the thing that I think is probably one of the most critical things that most of us don't do is reflection. Some people call it meditation. You can call it whatever you want, and it's really defining your head. But for me, it's reflecting. Direction is so much more important than speed, because there's a lot of people going in the wrong direction quickly. And so if we can just take a moment and focus on direction, all of a sudden you realize this is where I need to invest. But if that comes through reflection, right? If you never take a moment to stop, pause, and think and question, is this what I want to do? Right? And I'm a big believer in questioning everything. And when I say that, I don't mean to question in a cheeky way, but the only way you can really develop true passion for everything that you do is to know why you do everything that you do. To question, why am I doing this? Not to be cheeky, you go to your mom, Mom, why am I doing this? It's no, it's when I asked my mother and my father growing up as a kid, why do we do these things? It wasn't because I was trying to be cheeky. It's because I was genuinely interested in what's the purpose of doing this? This doesn't seem like the easiest way to do it. And so if we're going to do all this extra work to do this, there has to be a reason why we do this, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So,
it's funny. I think one of the reasons why I love doing this conversation, is because I'm always surprised at the answers I get to my questions, and the fact that you came with 2 health-related questions, proper sleep, whatever that means for those particular individuals. I'm a 6-hour sleeper, right?
Yeah.
Don't need more than 6. I function great on 6. If I get too much, it's too bad. If I get too little, so on and so forth. The importance of health and food, how we're nourishing our bodies, which are both basically physical preparations for what your 3rd habit is, which is meditation or questioning or reflection. And I would never have expected those to be the 3 things that you happen to notice, though obviously all 3 are extremely important. And being able to get to that last one requires the first two.
Right.
And I don't think that people naturally go there. Let's keep the conversation going. If you have any questions for Wayne, ask him in the comments, or I put his contact information in the description. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask Wayne or any other professional in their field, my contact information is also in the description, and I'm always open to direct messages. See you next week for another cup of coffee and more questions answered.